Hello everybody, this is Kysen here. Welcome back to another episode in this Let's Play series. Now you might be wondering where we are at the moment, but this is actually the villager breeder that we were working on last time. As you can see, I have done a lot of work to it off camera, and I thought I'd run through some of that with you guys now, give you a bit of an update as to where we're at as the start of the episode. So the farm is it's pretty much the same with a bit of decoration added around the outside. I've put a huge fence going all the way around the entire complex. This was the design that I went for. A couple of things I like about it. First of all, you can see through it, so you can see what's going on inside or outside depending on where you are. I think the dark colours of the fence work quite well because there's a lot of stonework inside the complex, so I think that will look good. I was thinking about building like a huge sort of factory looking building here, but I thought that a bit more of an outdoor complex with the fence would look better, and it'd be pretty easy to do, and then light it all up to make sure no mobs spawn, which is one of the reasons we've got these half slabs up here as well, to make sure that no mobs can spawn up there and then fall in. So what else is new? Well, as you can see, we've got a few villagers here now. So this one's pretty good, actually, a farmer there for 22 weeks, and yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Got here a leather worker, so yeah, we've got a few different ones going on here. I haven't been through and decided which one of those I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to kill yet, but as you're about to see, there are quite a few villagers in the temporary holding pen now. I had to make a few adjustments to this area, so I've taken away the powered rail from there for now, and I can add it back easily enough, place it down, press the button and get them off when I want them to go into the next place, wherever that may be. So I've got a cartographer, two cartographers in fact. They're both pretty good on the amount of paper that they require for an emerald, and also it's good to have them because obviously once I start trading with them and unlock new trades, I will have the different maps, and one of the things I'm really keen to do is go and see one of those woodland mansions, so that'll be pretty cool. This librarian here, Aqua Affinity for 6 emeralds, that's a pretty good price. I think from memory you might be able to get it for 5, I'm not sure, I'll double check that, but either way that's pretty good. This shepherd is the best shepherd. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one. There is a shepherd here. Must be this guy. Yeah, okay. So I'll probably end up killing that one now that we have him. Is the best you can get. 16 wool for the emerald, and just 3 emeralds for shears. Not that you'd probably want shears, but you never know. Not for the price of 3 emeralds, I mean, but yeah, you never know. But this guy is obviously very good. And we got a cleric in here. He's not the best, but he's okay. He's pretty good. So yeah. Got a few there ready to go. Okay, it's turning night time, so I should probably sleep pretty soon. Just an update as to what we're going to do here. So the fence goes a little way back here. The point of that is so that I can do some building around here if I want to, or like either to expand and have more villager bays. I can hear lots of mobs around here. Now at the moment mobs can still get into the complex, as you can, I know he didn't, but it's not been fully mob-proofed yet. I've only just finished doing the fence. That will happen in the future. Yes, we've got some space around the outside to add to the buildings if we want to. And I think the next thing to do here now is to get it mob-proofed. So again, that'll be a lot of boring work, just lighting up the area. And so I'll probably do a lot of that off camera. And once that's done, and I might do a few other things, I can give you guys... oh, that was close. You guys hear how close that was? I really thought he was going to blow up. Okay, I'm glad he didn't, because these chests would have been pretty demolished from that. So where was I? Yeah, so light up the complex, and I'll just show you guys a couple of things here. So you can go down into here, it's a little pen here where you can view the villagers to see who you're about to get. The other change I made was over in this area here. As you can see at the moment as well, this complex is a little bit difficult to navigate, so I need to change a few things in terms of the ease of movement around here. This is the chest where I put the minecarts that go down into here. Just thought it looked a bit better like that than how I had it before, and there's potential to maybe add more chests in future. Not that I think we'll need it, but you never know. So yeah, let's find an empty bay here. Okay, that one shouldn't be empty, but I'm guessing the villager was killed by a zombie or something. If I take away this block, you can see there's a bit of a change here now, where this rail goes down and up, as opposed to before where it was just an upwards rail here. The reason for the change was because I had a problem where the villager would be on the cart here and I'd push them, and they would just kind of get stuck and sort of be in between this block here that the pressure plate's on and the one below it, which obviously wasn't very good at all. So now this has so far resolved that issue, and I think it will continue to do so. The pen over here for killing them works as well, so that's worked every single time I've used it now, which has been quite a lot of times actually, so I'm pretty confident in that. Essentially what they generally do is go through this bit here and suffocate in the stone block there, but I have placed some magma blocks on the bottom next to the cactus there, so that if they do for some reason go into one of the other 3 blocks, they will still die. So that works, and the minecart comes here obviously. I'm going to do something more with this switch. At the moment it's just literally on the floor obviously for that. And one of the other things I'm going to look at doing is in here when a villager comes in. At the moment this guy, when he came in, the track is automatically like that, and I have to manually switch it ready for the next villager. The reason I haven't automated it is because this is supposed to be just a temporary area, and in future I'm hoping that I'll have something better in place. So for now it's like that, but if it turns out that this is quite useful, then I'll automate that process. So yeah, I'll get on with lighting this area up and a few other things off camera, and we'll have an update once some of that has been done. Alright, so here we are on top of the mob farm at the moment. Gives us a good view down there of the villager breeding area. As you can see, I've gone around the rim and flattened it out in the sense of not allowing anywhere where mobs can jump over and into the complex. The next stage is to light it up, but before I do so, you can see from here there is quite a lot of empty space within the compound, and I'm thinking of different ideas as to what I could do with that. Now, one of the things I thought is this is kind of like a prison, because everyone is walled in, they're all fenced in. The villagers get bred and then get stored in their separate cells down there, and then the ones who are good get to be released back into society, as it were, and the bad ones get sent to the death chamber. So I thought a prison theme might be a good idea for this, to add a bit of theming to it and make it look a bit better as an overall build. And so I had a few ideas as to what I could do with that, in terms of things like guard towers, which I might put some villagers in so it looks like they're being manned, and maybe do something with the entrance where it's a bit like a prison entrance, so there's maybe like 2 sets of doors you have to go through to get out and in. Maybe even like a passcode door or something cool like that. So I'll probably plan out a bit of what's going to happen with that, and then do the lighting once that's done and all the buildings and such are in place. And I'm going to need to play around with a few different design ideas for that, but once I have something more concrete together, I will give you guys an update, and I'll be interested to know what you guys think about the idea of doing a prison theme for this, so feel free to leave me a comment and let me know what you think about that. So yeah, I'll give you an update in a minute once we've got some more of this building work done. Who's this? Who's this strange little guy looking at you, huh? This isn't the guy that started the episode, is it? This isn't the same person? Hey guys, so I changed my skin halfway through the episode, and I thought I should probably explain that because it might look a little bit weird if I didn't. And yeah, I've gone for this piratey kind of looking guy. I think he looks pretty cool, but I just wanted you guys to be aware of that so you knew what was happening. Wanted to talk to you guys as well. I'm going to make it daytime actually before I go up there, but basically in the process of making this episode we have now got some more subscribers, which is great. So thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. Now as I'm sure you guys are aware, there are settings on YouTube which you can put on to not publicly show who you subscribe to. Now which is fair enough if you want to do that, but it means that I can't see who it is. So I know I've got subscribers, but I'm not sure who they are. So what I was thinking is, if you would like me to do something, as I did the Protus Vault sort of safe for keeping items, and I did the Roberts machine for Matt Roberts, those were 2 of my earlier subscribers, I was going to do something for every subscriber that I get. Now what I was thinking for the next batch of subscribers is these buildings in the village here could all do with being named. Maybe just out the front put some signs up or something like that, maybe above the door. Not sure how I would do it yet, but essentially I'm thinking of this for my next set of subscribers, because these buildings are essentially the core buildings in my town, and the subscribers I get at the moment are going to be those core subscribers and the core of the community as we're just starting out all together. So if you would like your name on one of these buildings, guys, and you have subscribed to me, please get in touch and let me know, and I will sort that out. So yeah, just a quick clip and we'll get back to the rest of the episode now. And that is looking a lot better, isn't it, guys? As you can see, I've really tidied the area up here now. So I think the dark oak planks look a lot better with the lights there, and the ones that are off sort of blend in quite nicely, whereas the ones that are on do stand out a bit more. So I'm going to add some signs to this area as to which bay is which and such, and just follow this theme on around here. The access point now for this chest where we put the spare minecarts has changed, and just to keep it more in keeping with the theme of the rest of the build. Now this will be a sort of a hallway down here, a bit of a walkway, so I'll repeat this pattern on the other side, but what I'm going to need to do is move this fence back, so probably move it back either 1 or 2 posts and create that hallway effect, and that will then eventually join up with this building here, probably have an outdoor area here for viewing the farm if we want to be doing that, and it will go around this way towards the villager platforms. The platform itself has been updated as well, again just to keep in with the rest of the design. I don't think the stone brick goes very nicely with these colours, so what I'll probably do is rip all of this out and change it to a different colour, a different material, maybe some birch or something like that. I'll see how that looks. But believe it or not, this wasn't the main thing I wanted to work on today. I just sort of got started on it and then got a bit carried away, and things take longer than what you'd think. So yeah, what I was actually going to do today was the area for keeping the good villagers, so to speak, the ones that have desirable trades, and that was going to be built in the train station building as sort of a secondary holding pen, and then from there we could then move them off to other points around our world. And I was thinking of maybe setting up another transportation system for them if I do want to get them over longer distances. So I'll just show you guys a bit of that now. It's this building here, so it's essentially just off in that direction. I would probably run a railroad underground and then bring them up into the back of this building. Pretty glad, it's a pretty good idea, I think, because this building's not being used for anything at the moment, and it can start being used for things. So what I was thinking is we could have different booths around here to sort of hold the villagers, a bit like what we saw in the temporary booth that's over with the villager breeder, and they could be stored here and then connected off and sent off when they're ready to go to different places. So as far as the design of that goes, essentially what I'm imagining is the rail will come in to the back, and then I'll be able to split which direction it goes off into. So I'd have a section probably here like this, where you'd have a block like that with a button on top of it, and this would be an empty block as we did with the temporary area, and then this would then go off and probably out of a door here or something, or maybe underground again. So I'd have these booths like this all the way along here, and as you can see we can get quite a few villagers in, and that will be plenty to store them on this side. Repeat that over on the other side, and then this middle area, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it, but what I think is I might just have the 2 sections to store villagers and keep the middle area as sort of a junction, maybe add some decoration, that sort of thing. So I'll probably have a go at that and see how that all looks off camera, and I'll give you guys a bit of an update, and we'll see how that's all looking. Okay everybody, so here we are now in the area where the villagers are going to be stored. This is the train station that's in the centre of the town here. So essentially what will happen is the villagers will come from the breeder over there, the ones we want to keep. They'll come up here, enter into here, and either go off this way or over that way, so we'll have 2 storing areas. Now I've started on this one and I've got a couple of the bays working, so I thought I'd just do a little update and show you how it's going to happen. So essentially once they come in, the villager will come along here like this, and obviously this rail will take the villager over to there, where they land on this pressure plate. Now once they're on this pressure plate, they cannot get off. So if they were left on, if this was rail, where the pressure plate is for example, they would eventually find their way back up this rail and off into the track and make a bit of a mess of everything. So because it's a pressure plate they land on, it stops that from happening. The other nice thing about them being on a pressure plate is it means I can do things with redstone. So essentially we can see the track here brings them up into this booth, and when the pressure plate is activated, so once they're on top of it, it takes them off to the next one. So a similar sort of system to what we saw in the villager breeder area over there. And the same thing happens with this one, and it happens all the way down the line. So now it would go on to the next one, and we'd have them all in these bays. Now I need to think about what I might do as a bit of an overflow storage area because we're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 7 or 8 bays, depending on how I do the exit over there. And the same on the other side, so that's 14 villagers, which I'm not sure if that'll be enough or not, so I might look at doing a bit of an overflow storage, but this is how the main bays will essentially work. So what I'll do now is I'll go and tidy everything up, get all of this redstoning done for the whole of the area, and it's all at the hidden underground, obviously, so that's quite nice. And then we'll see how that's looking once we have the whole thing up and running. Well guys, the villager storage area is now coming on quite nicely, but I've just checked and this episode is running on quite a long time, so I think I'm going to need to just about wrap it up for today. So just to show you where we're at in here, I've now got this side all tidied up, the redstone is complete underneath and it works the whole way down, and I've done the same over on this side. Just to show you what I've decided is for the exit route when I want to get them out of here and off to wherever they want to go. I'm going to have some rails that come down underneath there and will come up in an appropriate place that I'll do at another time. And they will enter this complex from the back, possibly from underground, I'm not sure yet, but that's where they'll come in, somewhere around here. And the screen bay here is a carbon copy of the red one over there, and this is all set up as well, apart from needing redstone torches added in these gaps. Now I did leave a little gap here to go down just to show you guys the redstoning. I'm not going to go into depth with this, but as you can see it is a fairly simple system, so if it's something you'd like to replicate it's not too hard to do. And you can always feel free to ask me any questions you might have about these systems, or if you do want a tutorial I'd be willing to do one if enough people were interested in that. Just a little quick tip guys, for those of you that are doing redstone in your own servers or worlds, it's always useful to place torches down here, normal torches, to light the area up. Quite often you do all your redstoning and it's complete and then you cover it up and forget about these gaps, and when mobs spawn down here it can be quite a pain. This design, if mobs were to spawn down here, it wouldn't be too difficult to deal with, but on some more complex ones I've had the experience in the past where it is a real pain to sort them out. So that's about it for this episode. Just wanted to talk to you guys very quickly before I leave about the new series that I'm going to be uploading regularly to my channel. So I've been invited to play on Pitforge SMP, and there's a handful of players on there, they're all YouTubers, and we all play on there regularly and we'll be uploading content regularly on the server. So episode 1 is now up, you guys can find that on my channel. For episode 1 I built a mining hub, and what I decided was, as soon as I already had this Let's Play single player world, I would make the Pitforge world a bit of a contrast to this, so it's very different. And as such I'm living in a mesa biome and I'll be doing a lot of building above ground. But the mining area is very different to this one, so it's worth going to check out if you're looking for mine designs or if you're just generally interested in that. So yeah, feel free to check that out guys, and as always, thanks for watching.